This movie proves that self-distribution is not just possible, it could actually be very profitable. I'm Michael, I'm an aspiring writer-director, and I'm actually in the middle of self-producing my first independent feature film right now. And I want to take as many people along for the ride with me and expose everything I'm learning about the industry along the way. The movie I'm talking about is Monsters of Man. Now, the execution on this film was absolutely masterful. It's an action thriller featuring AI killer robots that descend down in the jungle and cause mayhem. Total action movie. And other than the fact that you don't see a lot of big names in it, you would never guess that you're not looking at a $200 million sci-fi movie. I mean, it looks as good as anything that is typically coming out of Hollywood these days, only it was made for $1 million, completely self-funded. And because of that, he got big offers.
But you had serious offers though. You had like $1 million offers for your projects.
It was fine. There was $1 million there and $1 million over there.
Unfortunately, as Mark explains on multiple podcast episodes he's been on, most of those deals, when you really got into the weeds, were very, very bad, sketchy at best.
Everyone I know that have gone through a lot of these deals with these big distributors are jumping hoops for 12 months.
So he said, screw it. He had a big background working at ad agencies and he knew how targeted modern social media advertising worked. So he decided to cut all his own trailers and use those targeted marketing strategies to reach the audience online, and the results were phenomenal.
We spent 25 grand on Insta, Facebook, YouTube, all that sort of stuff, and just pumped it out there. It released, and it did great.
Mark goes on to claim whatever dollar amount he spent on the targeted ads that month, it would always result in almost a 1 to 2x revenue.
What was your ROI on the advertising money you made? So like for every dollar you spent in marketing, how much money did you make back? 25, yeah, let's say on the 20.
Okay, 25 grand, I don't know, we made $1 million. It worked, right?
Mark even goes on to say that his biggest regret was not spending more money on these targeted ads. He claims that over the course of about a year, he was able to make around $3 to $5 million using this strategy alone. I highly recommend anyone who's interested in making an indie film anytime soon, go check out that episode of the Indie Film Hustle podcast with Mark. In fact, if you comment episode on this video, I will send the direct link to you. I know for me personally, hearing Mark's story about how he went and produced his film as well as distributed his film is what actually gave me a lot of hope for the film that I'm making right now, that I could have a chance to do a semi-similar process. Give me a follow if you're interested in hearing more indie filmmaking tips or seeing how an independent feature film is made.